This is Hanging with Hayes, the podcast where real life takes center stage. I'm your host, Chelsea, a blue-collar wife, dog mom, virtual assistant, photographer, and entrepreneur. Join me as I dive into the everyday experiences that shape our lives, from marriage to relationships and everything in between. Remember, these are my personal opinions, so take them with a grain of salt. Get ready for candid conversations and genuine insights. Welcome to Hanging with Hayes.
Hi, babe.
What's up?
Nothing. How's your day? You must hate your hair like a guitar.
Yeah. It was lovely though.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I went to Joanne Fabrics.
Yep.
What'd you have to get?
Some phone for a seat.
For what?
Huh?
For what?
To sit down.
Because you got the call to go back to work.
Not quite.
Kinda.
No.
They gave you a heads up.
Yeah, I guess. They'll call me on a Tuesday.
Come in on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're not going to be working far from home this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Be nice.
Not an hour and some change drive.
Yep.
That's a lot. Somebody had said to me that, what is the point of being married? What do you get out of being married as a man? Because there's no benefits to being married as a man. Literally what they said to me. They said, I want your husband's opinion on that.
I mean, I get to call you my wife.
That's it.
I guess in a sense it might be true in a way. Because, like, for us, like, what changed?
Well,
Besides status.
you get more of a feeling of, like, wholeness, in my opinion anyway. Like, I feel more complete because I'm your wife and I changed my last name and I took
But you weren't complete before.
No, we were, but, like, I felt more complete because...
Secure.
Yeah, in a way, but, like, okay, from a female standpoint, not every female changes their last name, and I'm very fucking aware of that, but, like, when a woman traditionally changes her last name, she drops that identity. I am no longer who my maiden name is. I am now a Hayes. I took on that identity.
Yeah.
That, to me, is, like, I can't even put that into words because it just makes me feel like full circle, complete with you because I became one with you. I took on your last name. I became who I am, ingrained in a relationship, marriage with you because I took your last name. I feel more whole and more combined with you.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, nothing really changed because we've been married. But yes, like, you took the name.
I think our relationship grew deeper.
Right. Like, we took the step, like, the next step.
Right.
And now we're, in our journey of still moving forward, or whatever you want to kind of say.
I mean, like, you're pushing me to be a better person every day and,
Right.
Yeah, we're leveling up together.
Right.
And obviously people are like, well, you don't have to be married to do that, but there are benefits to being married.
Right. I mean, whatever floats people's boats, I guess.
I know. And everybody has their own opinion about it. I enjoy marriage a lot.
Yeah.
And you have companionship with your best friend literally all the time.
Yeah.
And doing all that shit. And, like, I know people, like I
But
said.
it hadn't changed, necessarily.
No, I didn't. But it's really nice just saying, like, my husband. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a polished little diamond. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think people put, like, so much weight on statuses of stuff, it freaks them out too. Because do you remember when we were younger, when people will be like, oh, I don't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend because I'm not trying to put a label on it. Like, why are we so worried about labels?
Who the fuck was doing that?
People, oh my God, I knew so many people, especially in high school. Freaked out. People would not want to talk about being boyfriend and girlfriend because they were afraid of labels. And it's like, why are we freaking out about the status of it? I don't know. I think that's all in other people's heads too. And obviously this is everybody, like, this is my opinion, but it just, I don't know. People put weird stigmas on marriage. And I know a lot of men don't want to get married because if they have children and something happens, and then a lot of women take them for everything that they're worth, and then they're bankrupt and all that shit. But like, I feel like you need to have a certain amount of trust and faith in that person before you even talk about getting married in general, because you get into a car, you could fucking die.
Yeah.
Literally anything you do could kill you. So like,
I came pretty close.
yeah, you did. It's not funny. It's not funny at all.
I mean, it is. I don't know, count your blessings.
Yeah. And obviously, if you don't want to get married, then don't fucking get married. But like, I see so many people in my comments that are so, marriage is so horrible, I would never do it as a man. Then don't do it. Don't do it. If you're a woman and you don't want to get married, then don't do it. But don't talk shit about other people that enjoy being happy married.
Right.
I don't know. It's just...
Maybe I haven't found happiness.
Probably. And they're afraid to be vulnerable and open up. And I get it because they've been hurt, but like...
We've all been hurt.
You were hurt. I was hurt. I think it's... They're not able to see, really like trust that other person because they're so scared.
Mm.
But think about how many years it took for me to get over like a lot of the trauma I had, even with you. Which I'm nowhere near that person I was back then.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking about who I was at 19 versus who I am at 31. Wildly different human being.
Yeah. I was fucking stupid.
You were? Why?
Just stupid.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think so. I thought you were great. Does that make me stupid?
No, don't make you stupid, but I fucking wasted a few years.
Then we all. What do you mean you wasted a few years?
If I would have known what I know now.
What do you mean we all would be in different spots if we had listened to our...
But you can't go back in time and change it. And even if you could, we probably won't be sitting here.
No, not at all. Yeah, and that's a weird thing to think about is how many mistakes that could happen, and then if that didn't happen.
I don't know. Like, necessarily doesn't change, but it does.
What?
Like, just getting married in general.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't necessarily change us, but like, status.
It does.
The status doesn't stuff change.
I think it changes you deeper than what you can even explain.
If you're ready for the step, when you take the step, I don't know, but like if you're truly ready for it, I don't think you really notice the step.
Mm-hmm.
Just like walking.
It's easy.
You don't have to think about walking. You don't have to think about putting one foot in the other, unless you broke your back. Then you gotta think about it. But if you fucking just decide to go to the fridge or a vehicle or something, you're not thinking about one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just that you're so ready and used to it
It's just easy.
that you just move forward.
That's a good way to think about it. How'd you know, though?
How did I know?
Yeah.
Know that I wanted to marry you?
Yeah.
We went through a lot. We had a couple years under our belts. We were buying a house. We already had one dog.
We needed two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I had to marry you or whatever. It's just,
There wasn't like a moment where it was like, I should marry her.
I mean, like I said, I was on a roller
Maybe you should tell that story.
a couple times over.
Yeah.
I just decided one day to marry you while I was sitting on a roller.
We should talk about the engagement. What was wild, how you proposed. So you were on the roller. You decided you wanted to marry me.
Yeah.
And this is all in a week.
Yeah, we were here. What were we doing? We just put storm concrete pipe in a ditch because they wanted to fill in the ditch. Got that done. Then we went on to doing shoulder gravel. I was sitting on a roller.
And you randomly thought
I thought about it and I was like, fuck it, let's go for it. And then I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. Then I decided, it kind of popped in my head that you wanted a bloodhound. So I kind of wanted to integrate that into it. So I was trying to figure out how, and then I decided to use the Rhett
our dog Rhett.
As the guinea pig.
The bloodhound pig.
Yeah. And then went on I was on Facebook at the time. I think I looked up like bloodhounds. Found a few people, then I found her because she just had a litter. And she had a dog that was exactly what you wanted. Yeah, I messaged her, talked to her for a bit. I had to message my sister. I wasn't able to get off work. And the way I messaged my sister,
He talks in emojis.
I asked her that she had to do me a favor. She asked me what. And instead of telling her, I sent her like 4 pictures. Or like 4. One was like a bloodhound. The other one was like probably like a ring or something. Forgot what the other ones really were.
Wasn't it a girl?
Probably a girl. Yeah, I did something. I sent like 4 of them. I know those 4.
Wasn't she confused?
Yeah, she didn't get it right away. So then I had to like...
Spell it
Then I
out.
had to put descriptions underneath the fucking pictures. And then like she kind of freaked out. She was like, yeah, I'll do whatever.
And she lives 3 hours from us.
Yeah, she lives on the other side of the state.
Yeah. And then how far away was this breeder from her? Or from us? Or no, well, both of us. It was very far, wasn't it?
I think the breeder was further away from us.
But closer to Nicole.
Right.
Yeah.
But Nicole still had to drive 4 hours.
Halfway.
Halfway.
Yeah, and that breeder was so nice.
Yeah.
That was so nice.
Yeah. So Nicole picked him up
Wednesday.
the day before.
It was 2 or 3 days.
It was 2 days?
Mm-hmm. Because I came Saturday and she went either Wednesday or Thursday.
It had been Thursday.
Yeah. But you were
Because I went up there. No, I had to go up there Friday.
Yeah. I was saying like 2 days before you asked.
No, because I went up there Saturday. Well, actually, I went racing Saturday.
Yeah. When did you buy the ring? Well, you went on the roll. You were on the roller on Monday. Did you buy the ring first?
No, so I thought about the proposal. I thought about this whole scenario. Finally got Nicole on board.
So you did all of this in 5 days. 4 days.
Yeah. So I got Nicole to be able to get Rhett and like get that squared away. I had a rain day.
Yeah, you did.
I went to a job that wasn't the one that I thought about, or when I was on the roller. It was a different job, 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
In a big town where they had a K.
Yeah.
So I ended up having a rain day, or I worked all day and then I went to K, something like that.
I think you went after you went to work.
Yeah.
You were covered in dirt, you said.
Yeah, I walked in.
In his high vis.
Yeah, I walked in there and bought the ring.
And then you talked to my dad.
I had a rain day.
Yeah. You had a rain day. But you went to K and
Well,
then
I
you
went.
to
Well, I
Jordan's.
went to work, got rained off, went to K's, then I went to Jordan's.
His best friend Jordan
Yeah.
lived
And I was
really
at-
close to the jewelry store.
But I was at their house and we were just bullshitting, and then one of them, I can't remember who, but they made a comment
Oh, what?
about getting married.
What?
And I was like, well, why you say that? I fucking pulled out the ring.
You did not.
Yeah, and I fucking I didn't throw it, but like I gave it to Jordan. And then at the time, I think Mandy was pregnant, so she was getting emotional. Yeah. Yeah, so I told him, and that was the day I bought the ring.
Yep.
And I had to get a hold of your dad and trying to like schedule a time to see each other was almost kind of a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like he was working.
Wasn't he working like third shift or something?
No, he was working 12 hours.
Oh, that's right. It was really that. It was that busy season, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he was working. He was like on 10s or 12s.
Yeah. But his schedule was weird.
Yeah. I think I was able to do it that day too.
It was. I was all like in a 2-day span.
Yeah. And I think that was, so I met your dad at a brewery.
Yep.
Got some drinks, sat down, asked him.
And what did he say?
He did like his little nose thing.
He blinks a lot when
He
wants
blinks
to
and he
cry.
kind of did like the little fucking nose thing, you know. Said a couple things. Then he had like, I forgot the name of the song, but like he showed me a song or something. But yeah, and so I got his permission. He was so excited. He went up to the bartender, his favorite bartender there, and told her that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
That's cute. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went up to her.
Oh.
Yeah, said that he's going to propose or whatever. I don't know what he exactly said, but I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But I know he said something.
Oh yeah.
And then
I'm so proud.
Then went to the race.
It was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, went to the race like a day or two later.
You were racing where?
Baja.
Uh-huh. That's right.
Because it was the Baja Bra.
Yep. I was gonna say Log Road, but I knew that wasn't the right track.
No. I was racing the big bike and I also took the pit bike.
I was at a friend's wedding, like childhood really good friend, and I almost didn't go. And you were like, I think you should come see Nicole.
Yeah. I mean, that was Saturday trying to get you up there. But I was going to be up there for Sunday and Monday.
Yeah, because it was Labor Day.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that kind of sucks, so I might as well just go. And then I left the wedding at like 6:37. And then Nicole texted me and said, do you want to go see a movie before you get to the house? And I was like, that's kind of weird.
Because I raced during the day on a big bike.
Yep.
And they have a pit bike race that weekend. So I raced that at night. And then I had to drive like an hour and a half or whatever it was to my sister's house.
Yeah. Set up.
I got there like 40 minutes before you did or something.
That's how, are you serious?
Yeah, we didn't really have much time.
You did all of that in 40 minutes?
No, so luckily like Derek was already like setting up. But like when I talked to Nicole,
Which we need to describe how you did it, because that was really
like when I was talking to Nicole, like I kind of described like you like walking up or whatever, and me like holding Rhett, and like I told her like I wanted to like speak as like I was talking, like Rhett was talking, saying. I gave her like a general idea basically. I was like, I want to be like Rhett, have a thing saying, "Hi mom, this is Rhett," you know, or
My
Rhett.
name is Rhett.
My name's Rhett.
Yeah.
I wish I had a dad or some way to call dad or something.
Yeah.
I said something along to that. So she actually came up with like the actual like wording and stuff, and she did the laminating and all that.
Yeah. And it was on a tag on his collar.
And then I also think her and Jenny came up with like the bag idea with the candles or something.
So he had lined the driveway with
It was the walkway.
Yeah, the walkway with these white bags with tea lights in them, and then he was at the end of it. But so Nicole was like, let's go see a movie. So while I was at the movie, you were setting it up. And then when we got to her
Yeah, like Derek started setting them up when I got there, and then like I jumped in and started helping them get them all set up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like we had like a little bit of spare time, not much, but you guys were all like on the way. And Derek was filming.
Yeah, he was crouched behind his truck.
Yeah.
But she gets to her road like that out of hell, and she's got a dirt road, and I'm like, that's dangerous. You don't drive like that on a dirt road. And then she drives up the driveway, and she gets out and like runs, and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? And then I see Derek like.
It was muggy as fuck.
It was so hot.
There was a storm coming.
Yep. Walked up that walkway, and I did not know what I was expecting.
I was so fucking dirty.
Yeah, you were. You were covered in dirt.
Yeah.
Izzy flipped the light on, and
Yeah.
there was red.
We told her as soon as you see Chelsea get to the step to turn the light on.
She did a great job.
Yep.
And then
And
Cole
then she said, "Ready to go
taking
away."
tons of pictures, and she's sitting there like this,
Yeah.
and I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Not a damn word. And we got, what, 2 hours of sleep that night, maybe? 3 hours?
I don't know.
Not really anything.
Yeah. Well, while we were sleeping, it started raining, and then I made the call that I didn't want to go back to Baja
Yeah.
because I didn't want to ride in the mud.
No.
And plus, we just got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
I was technically supposed to go there for the sponsors, but
Yeah.
I didn't.
No. Didn't you still have the transponder too?
No, I did.
Yeah, you had to mail it back.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when Derek broke your nose almost?
That was the same weekend?
Yes! Because it was the next day. Nicole and I went
It
to the
was the
store.
fucking chainsaw.
Yep. We went to the store to get nail polish so I could take a picture. And then while we were gone,
No, you guys were
or
there.
were we there? Yeah, we were there. It was right after we got back.
Yeah, because he couldn't start it.
Yep.
So I tried.
And you were right behind
No,
him.
I was trying, I tried, and then I gave it back to him where he wanted it or whatever. And he was trying to pull it, and then I was trying to fuck with the choke or whatever, and he just fucking pulled it one time and squared me right in the nose.
Yep. And then we went to the hospital. Yeah, it was the same day because remember the nurse was like, "What's your relationship?" And I said, "But fiance."
Yeah.
Yep. That was wild.
No, it wasn't broke,
No.
but I did hear a pop.
Yep. It was
Probably why I
bloody.
can't breathe. Or smell it, man.
Derek Rose. I never thought of that.
Yeah?
Oh my god, that was a fun time. That was a lot of stuff in 1 week.
Yeah.
And then when we FaceTime, and nobody knew, it was just your dad and Nicole. Or my dad and Nicole and Derek, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we FaceTimed.
We FaceTimed my parents,
Yep.
but instead of FaceTiming us, we FaceTimed the dog. We had Brett, and Mom was like, "Oh my," or whatever.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we had another dog.
Yep. She's like, oh god.
Yeah.
And then my parents were like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, they already, yeah.
My mom didn't know.
I'm pretty sure she knew. Your dad had to tell her.
I don't think he did.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to ask him. I don't think she did. I legit think it was just my dad, Nicole, and Derek. And then the wedding planning began.
Yeah.
And it was basically all done in 2 months. What was your favorite part about our wedding?
Favorite part?
Yeah.
As far as what?
I don't know, anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
Like the one moment that sticks out is I came around the corner and I seen everybody just fucking having a good time. I mean, you were fucking doing whatever.
What was I doing? Dancing.
Probably. I was talking to everybody.
Yeah, I wasn't. I feel bad about that, but...
Yeah. And now it's just everybody, I guess, put aside their differences. And it was just they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking to everybody.
And a lot of people got very drunk.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like your dad.
Yeah.
He didn't drink for what, 2 years, 3 years after our wedding?
Yeah. I don't think he still really doesn't drink.
No, not really. That was hilarious though.
Yeah.
He set off his truck alarm.
Lost his keys.
They were on the bar.
Well, yeah, I lost the keys, set the truck off.
Your mom was pissed.
Yeah.
Jane, turn that truck off!
And wanted Derek to fucking pull the batteries out.
Didn't he do that?
I think so.
I think he did. I think he disconnected the battery because your dad was not cognitive enough for that. Except he called Roland, his brother, but...
Sure.
He did. He said, I called him and I was telling him how much fun I was having. I was just sitting in the truck. So funny. And all the drama that happened at our wedding that we didn't find out about until later. Like all the stupid shit that happened. I mean, we knew about our bartenders being late and caterers being late and all that shit, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they all worked out.
Yeah, they did.
They all did a good job.
Oh yeah, they did. That food was so good. Taco bar was the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so crazy to think about how expensive food is for a lot of like receptions. Someone I was talking to when it was like one of my last weddings that I shot. I think she told me that everybody's food was like $50 or $60 a person. And it was like one meat, 2 veggies, and then like pasta or mashed potatoes or something. And ours was like $8.75 a person. I was like, yeah. And then having leftover alcohol. I still can't believe we did that. That was a lot of booze.
Yeah.
Ended up having to give it away to people like coming over for our parties and shit.
Yep.
For how many months? Wasn't it like 6 months after our wedding?
Yeah.
That was a party house though, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm stay at home. I don't do anything per everybody on the internet. I mooch off with you. Did you know that?
Did you know they can fuck off?
Yeah. But I still make money, so.
It didn't matter if you did it or not.
I know, but I'm just saying. It just bothers me when people do that. I delete and block a lot of people. All the time.
I blocked everybody.
You just don't get on social media. I have to be the one to tell you when someone gets married or divorced or has a baby or some kind of shit. Cause you're just like, yep, don't know. Yeah. It's funny. How long has it been since you've been off social media now?
3 years almost.
Because the last time when we were in Daytona, wasn't it?
I was still on it.
That's what I'm saying.
But it was that year that I got off of it.
That was in 2022?
Yeah. I want to say it was like fucking midsummer.
Yeah. It'd make you feel a lot better getting off social media.
Yeah. You don't realize how many times you grab your phone just to browse for like a minute.
Mm-hmm. You know on your phone tells you how many pickups you have?
Screen time.
Yep.
Yep.
It'll say how many pickups for like each app.
Yep.
And people have no idea.
No. And it's funny when they say that you don't do it as much.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Because that fucking second day, you don't realize how many times you fucking pick your phone up just to fucking scroll for fucking a minute.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I remember that when you came home that day. You were like, man, that was weird. Because now you just got your thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on YouTube, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really feel like the same kind of social media, though.
No, I learned learn how to do shit.
Aren't you a YouTube graduate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People become less social with other people in real life because they're on social media.
Yeah. People don't know how to react to each other in real life.
They don't know how to have conversations, like at all. They don't make eye contact anymore. They don't. Lots of things.
Even like going out to dinner with your best friends. I've realized like how much your friends get on their phones while like you guys are out and about.
Mm-hmm. To take a picture of the food, to take a picture of this.
Just to scroll.
Or
They
that.
don't have to take a picture. They just get on it to scroll.
Yeah.
Like you'll have a conversation, and if the conversation dies off.
Even a little.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah. I should pay attention to that the next time I'm interested.
It's weird.
That is weird. You and I are pretty good about that, though. If we go out to dinner or breakfast or whatever, we're not really. We actually have conversation. Awkward silences are okay. I don't think people can't handle awkward silences.
All your friends are on their phones, and here you are just fucking in the present moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Feel out of place, but
That kind of reminds me of, I think it was like a parade or something, and it was like a picture of this lady.
the old
You know what
lady.
I'm talking about? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And everybody else is just like, and she's just enjoying the moment as it is. You know damn well she remembers that.
Everybody else does too. Though.
Do they? They took a picture of it, but
And
does
they
that
go
really?
back on their phones.
Right, but like, does that make you remember
On
it better?
this day.
But you know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Does that make you remember it?
Yeah. You probably remember more details.
If you weren't doing that with your phone?
Alright, if you were just in the moment,
Yeah.
you remember more details than you do.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like it's more of like a core memory than you trying to take a picture of it. But at the same time, as a photographer, taking pictures of
You
things.
gotta capture the moment.
Yeah. That's a weird thing to be in. But I almost feel like it's different when it's with your phone versus like a camera. Because those pictures on your phone just get lost.
Do they?
I don't fucking remember half the shit I take, and I got like 13,000 photos on my phone.
But you organized your phone.
Yeah, I did. Tell me you're type A without telling me you're type A. You organize your phone fucking photos. But then there's the people that don't take any pictures, and then they get mad about it. Don't take pictures of me! It's like, what if that is the only thing that you have left of that person? Look at how many pictures people, like our parents, took of everything back then. My dad did. A lot. He carried a film camera everywhere. I was growing up, yes he did.
My parents really.
You have a lot of photo albums at the track and stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Not as many as you think.
Have you seen some of the albums that my parents had?
No.
Holy shit.
Only seen some.
They're good. They're really cool. Like, my dad was really good. Like, captured everything.
My parents were good probably when I was younger, but as I got older, they weren't.
That they had the big video camera.
Kimmy did. Kimmy had the big old fucking boombox video
You
recorder.
gotta put it on your shoulder because it was so fucking heavy.
Yeah, she had that.
Yeah. You forget how heavy those things are.
And she got a lot of fucking videos.
Mm-hmm. Did she have the one with the little tiny tapes, or was it the big tape?
The little tape that went into
That
the
went into the cassette.
big,
Yeah, the adapter.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. My parents did too. Those were fun.
She took videos of everything.
Should try to ask her if she has them.
Oh, she does.
Wonder if she still has a VHS player just playing.
Kevin says he has my TV.
Wonder if it works. Oh my god, we should do that. Look back at old videos of everything back in the day. Even just looking at like
I don't know if it'd be fun.
It would be great. I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I already know what happens, so.
I know. I feel like a surprise. And I've known you for how long? Over a decade, man. That'd be... I feel like, damn, look at that cute boy.
Fucking fat.
Fat? You were a fat little kid?
You ever seen my baby pictures?
Yes. When you got,
You can't say
like,
I wasn't fucking chunky.
you were a little turkey. When you were a baby. But like when you were like 3.
I thinned out a little bit.
Yeah, I think. Riding dirt bikes. So I had this person on TikTok say to me, I know your husband doesn't talk a lot and he doesn't say things like you do because I'm just talkative as fuck. He wanted to know, and he's followed me for a while. Can you ask Zach how he shows his love to you without words in your thought process?
You ain't really.
You do a lot more than just that, but...
Alright, but like... I guess you gotta figure out... You gotta figure out like what the person needs. Like the whole fucking like words of affirmation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or like... Give, like, I don't know. Like,
Acts of service. Their love language.
I guess you gotta kind of figure out what that is. Like, you don't necessarily just have to do that. Like you said before, I ask if you're good. And no matter like what we're doing, what it is. I guess like before I walk away, I ask you, are you good? But I just ask, yeah, but generally I ask, are you good?
Mm-hmm.
You either say yes or you say no.
And that could be anything.
Right.
Physically or emotionally.
Right. I mean, you could fucking be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
When I ask the question, it doesn't mean you have to answer the question with what you're doing then, or you can just, if you say no, it can mean something else.
Yeah, but I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
I think it helps that our communication is very, like...
It's very vague, I think.
Really? Why?
Because like, I don't necessarily talk. So when I ask you, are you good?
But I know how to read that.
Right, you know how to read it.
Right.
But like,
That's what I'm saying.
I do,
Like,
I technically do it for everybody else that are like,
yeah.
hey,
I know,
man,
I've heard you say it
hey
before.
man, you seem down in the dumps. I'm not trying to ask, like, I'm not trying to dig into you.
Mm-hmm.
And when I ask you, are you good? If you tell me yes, then we're gonna go. Then we're gonna keep on going the way we're going and enjoy the time. If you tell me no, then I'm gonna be like, you need anything or something, whatever. And it's up to you whether you want to talk to me or not. I'm not going to force it out of you.
Mm-mm. No, and you're easy to talk to about that stuff.
Right.
You listen to people.
Right. Oh yeah, I'll listen.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to dig it out of them.
No.
'Cause I fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, are you good? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about it? Start talking.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen and I'll talk. I'm not going to fucking sit here and try to be all buddy like, hey, you seem down in the dumps. Like, is there anything bothering you?
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck that.
Yeah. But that's a good friend and a good thing that you should do in general. Ask people that.
Oh, you should do it to everybody.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think our communication is vague. I think it's like, you don't even have to say much for us to have a conversation. Or like, I don't have to say anything to you. Like, I can walk into a room and you can look at me and be like, she's mad about something. And I don't even have that. I see a lot of people comment, oh, your relationship is just perfect, blah, blah, blah. No. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. But I don't think our relationship is hard. I think a relationship with you is like the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. Like you said, it just feels easy. I will say though, the communication differences between us are very night and day difference, because I want to immediately fix it and you want to take time and think about it, and I just want to fix it. Do you remember that time with the video game controller when we were in our first house? It wasn't hooking up to the TV or something. It was something with a video game. Regardless, it doesn't matter what it was. But
Was
you
it
were...
not over the internet?
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, because you were literally telling me to do what I just did.
Okay. Well, you went out in the garage.
You were like dead set on fucking doing what I just did. It didn't work that time, and it wasn't gonna work the time you fucking did it.
I know. You went out to the garage.
I don't remember that part.
You don't? You don't remember going to the garage? You were like, fuck this stupid video game, and then you went out into the garage, and I went out on a little landing, and then you tried to walk back in the house, and I shut the door and I said, we need to talk about this right now. And I was so upset about it.
That was over that fucking thing?
Yes! You don't remember that? Because you started laughing. Let's talk about it. And it was like winter, and it was so cold in that garage. And I wasn't thinking logically at all. And I'm like, I just want to talk about it. You're like, okay, then let's go in the house. Because as soon as you walked in the house, you couldn't look at me because you were trying not to laugh, because I was so adamant about fixing the problem. Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad. You don't remember that at all?
I vaguely remember you trying to do what I did.
Okay, yeah. But you don't remember us having a conversation.
I kind of remember.
You were so irritated, but then like you were just like this.
Because you trying to be serious and mad.
Is it funny?
It's fucking stupid.
Are you trying to be serious and stupid? Why?
I don't know.
Just because I'm not serious.
You're like a fucking little chihuahua.
A chihuahua? I said that so quick. You've talked a long time.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you. Good job, Boo.
Thanks, Boo. Proud of you.
Thank you. You're the bestie. Who's the real hype man? Zachary. What do people say at the end of podcasts? Make sure to like and subscribe or whatever.
How was that?
I don't know. But anyways. See ya.